Hi again, folks. Money Rider Boys back again. Once again, joined by the lovable Jamie Brownlow there, as you can see. Hello, Jamie.
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Thanks for joining us again, of course.
No worries.
Right, well, we had a double from Mark yesterday. We've got a couple more again today. So you started us off nicely, Mark. Here we go again then.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Yesterday, I went with two favourites. Tomorrow, I'm going with a favourite, and I'm going one with a slightly higher odds. Okay. The first one is the 2 miles 4 furlong handicap flat in the 145. I think Jamie's going to smile in about 5 seconds' time. I'm going with the 15-2 shot Oleg, trained by Paul Nicholls and ridden by Holly Doyle. We'll watch this horse very closely as of late. It's had a good strike rate, including 2 jump wins. 2-2 since returning to the flat in a 2 mile all-weather win at Southwell and a 2 mile 1 furlong good win at Pontefract. There's a very, very good chance for the hat-trick, and Holly Doyle getting the call to be on board. So I think with the strike rate that she's got so far this season, I think the horse stands every chance. And that's my first selection at 15-2. My second one, I'm going straight over to the feisty 315 Qatar Sussex Stakes. And I'm going with the favourite, Siskin. Its last 4 wins have all come at the cover over 6 furlongs. It was up to 1 mile to win the 2,000 Irish Guineas. It's a very tactical horse, but I just want to go through that. It isn't going to be an easy race. There are some very, very top horses running in this race tomorrow. Vatican City, who I think that's how you pronounce it, who finished second to Siskin in the Irish 2,000 Guineas. Kamiko, a 2,000 Guineas winner from this year. And he got some Royal Ascot form from his Circus Maximus, and I believe it's pronounced Muffatar, which has been backed a lot from a lot of punters over the last 24 hours, and including Wichita, which is an Aidan O'Brien horse with Frankie Dettori. It's got potential place claims. But Siskin for me,
it's a tasty race, isn't it?
I think over the couple of days that we have left at Goodwood, I think this is definitely one of the most exciting races of the card. Siskin is a very tactical horse, loves to control the pace before pouncing at the very end. And as Sean reiterated yesterday, Goodwood is a very, very tough track, but I feel that Siskin's got all the qualities and all the ammunition ready to fire. So my double for tomorrow is Oleg in the 145 and Siskin in the 315.
I've had a few WhatsApps about that race already. Who are you picking? So yeah, I can see why you looked at it, because it's a proper tasty race, that one.
It is that.
All right, well, I'll carry us on then, lads. We'll hang fire on Sean and Jamie for a minute. I've also gone for an interesting choice in the 145. I have also gone for young Jamie Brownlow's very own Oleg there. Mark, you sort of stole me thunder there, really. Not a lot I can add, really. You pretty much summed it up. Obviously, Holly Doyle booked is a big plus, because we all know she's been banging in some winners and that. So he's up £3, I understand, Jamie. Is that right?
Yeah. Up £3 from his last win. 100 track, yeah.
But as Mark said, you know what I mean? He's impressive anyway, isn't he? 2 for 2 and that. So, I just think got to give him a chance. He must have a chance, surely.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be any sort of slouch. So that's who I'm going with in the 145. Oleg as well. My second choice is in the 245 5 furlong. Group 3 Class 1. I've gone for Andrew Balding's Night on Earth. Likewise, great jockey booked, Ocean Murphy. I know everybody has their own opinions of jockeys. For me, Ocean Murphy, you always get value for money. Whether he's riding a favourite or a 25-1 shot, you just feel that he gives you everything. That's how I feel personally. Not everybody feels the same, I know, but and that's obviously how I feel.
I like Ollie.
A little bit green on debut. Over 6 furlongs, sort of didn't really sort of get it, really. Do you know what I mean? Then they dropped him to 5 on his next race at Windsor again, same course, and a penny sort of dropped, and he scooted away, quite clearly, quite nicely in the last sort of half furlong and was winning going away. So looks like he's open to some more improvement. It's probably a bit of a step up for him. It's a Group 3. I think some of the others may have run in a Group 2 or something like that, or slightly higher class. But he just looks like he's got an opportunity to sort of improve that a little bit more and show he's that little bit better than what he raced against last time. And hopefully he showed enough to show that he can step up a level and do the same again. So a little bit of a punt, but reasonable price. So I thought I'd give him a go. So that's my two. Let's go to Jamie. Go on then, Jamie.
Right, okay then. Thanks, Glenn. Right, the first one I've selected is the 3:15 Sussex Stakes Group 1, 1 mile, and I totally agree with Mark, and I've gone for Shishkin at 2-1. He's been unbeaten in 5 starts. He showed toughness when winning the 2,000 guineas at the Carrow against the Coolmore team. I thought that was impressive. He faces once again the tough field again at Goodwood. I think the ground would suit, and especially with the undulations and the camber again, and the ground conditions should suit him. So that's one for me with Shishkin at 2-1. And then I've gone for the last, called the Theo Funnell Handicap Race, a 20 runners. Each way for me, it's called Mountain Brave at 9-1. Sky Bet are paying out 6 places, so if you have a look around, she has won 4 out of her last 5 races. Her last win was at Windsor. She stepped up in trip again to 7 furlongs. She's got a penalty. She's got a £3 penalty from that win at Windsor. But I reckon she'll do well, considering the big field. And I think there's a few fillies in that field, and I think Mark Johnson should have another winner. He normally does well, and I think Mountain Brave would do well in that race. Those are me two. But also I have to go and mention. I know it's a Brucey bonus, but I'm going to go with my one. I'll just have a little chat with my one. Oleg, the 145 Goodwood Handicap. Well, there's going to be a few dangers, I think. I had a little look at the field. Unfortunately, I won't be there to Goodwood, but I'll be watching, hopefully. There's going to be a few dangers in the field. So you've got the Grand Vizier, Summer Moon, another Mark Johnson horse, Cool de Leon, True Destiny, who finished second. That another NPR horse called I've forgotten his name now. I've forgotten his bleeding.
They're going to love that.
That's oh no, yeah.
I'll try and find out for you.
Timoshenko, that's right.
Timoshenko.
Yeah, he beat True Destiny, and the other one who's he's quite on form, and he's been unbeaten in two starts. He's Stomphenic. So he's got a bit of a big task. He's up in class. He won. I think that was a Class 4 at Pontefract. I'm getting a bit excited for tomorrow. I think he'll do really well. I think he'll be in the mix. So yeah,
he must have a chance, doesn't he, Jamie?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll be. I'm like I say, I'm like a half full guy, sort of with a glass.
Obviously, it's sorry, and obviously, as an owner, you must have sort of slightly rose tinted glasses, but at the same time, he's proved that I think he's proved that he's more than good enough for this.
Oh yeah, he's definitely he's one of the up and coming horses. I think with Midland. I know they've got one called Red Risk, but he's the next one. I know that when he ran at Kempton, he got pulled up. They had to have a little look at it. Had a look at him under the bonnet to, just to tweak a few things and see how he was. And they wanted to give him his like a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
So in his on the training gallops, but he done really well winning at Savile with Megan, and again at Pontefract. Unfortunately, Megan can't do the weight, So Holly's, we've taken Holly on, and she's gonna hopefully will do the business. She's done, and plus the confident boost where she's had a retainer rider for from yesterday. There was a big news about, and she's a retainer rider as well. So that'll give her a big boost as well.
I don't think you can hold that Kempton run against him. You know what I mean? One blip in what 6 efforts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not machines.
No, you don't get many. You don't get many horses that won a hurdle race at Kelso, then wins a feint like a novice chase at Wincanton, and then wins twice on the flat. It's like he's done really well for me. So he's done really well, and everybody loves a grey. So
no, absolutely, mate. Yeah.
So no, he's done really well. But his main targets will be on the national hunt. So you'll be seeing him on the national hunt over fences.
Yeah.
But after this, I think he'll get. After this, he'll have a bit of a break, and then he'll be start going over fences.
Rest him up a bit, and then have a go at the fences.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well there you go, folks. You heard that one directly from the horse's mouth, as they say. Right, go on then, Sean. Finish us off, mate.
Right, I'm going straight away to 2:15. Win o'clock. Now I picked this one out. I believe I spoke about this one for the Royal Ascot meet.
I believe you did, yeah.
Ago. Yeah, it made an attempt over 1.4 miles, 1.5 mile. Tailed off, I think 7th in the end. To be honest with you, didn't get the best of breaks. When it found a bit of room, though, made good headway. Very good headway. It's a horse that's won over 1.2 already, which I think that's what tomorrow's efforts are. 1 mile 2, I believe. The Unibet
1 mile 3, mate. Technically.
Oh, 1 mile 3. All right, that's so. So the distance isn't going to be an issue. I don't see the ground being too much of a worry neither. Again, out of the 3 starts this season, already won twice over the trip. Ascot was always going to be a push. It's the Royal meet, it's a massive field. Again, this is going to be the same type of race, though. More of a hard luck story, which I'm hoping it doesn't get this time. We'll be able to stay the distance comfortably. It's just getting that running, isn't it, at Goodwood? As
you say, looking at his form, that 7th, I wouldn't hold it against him,
No, of course not. It's not a 7th that's discreditable at all. I mean, we're talking in the Royal meet. There's no shame in something like that. But again, we saw today, even like it takes a horse like Stradivarius to be boxed in and still find a way out. I'm not saying Win O'Clock's anywhere near that. I'm saying in a larger field, he needs a bit of luck. Which I'm hoping tomorrow he should get. So for me, Win O'Clock in the 2:15 to start proceedings. And then I'm going to join Jamie and Mark, I'm afraid, in the big one of the day, Siskin. I think that's a fantastic horse. It's not going to be easy. It's probably the highlight race of the week for some people when you consider the field. Everyone's turned up this time as opposed to certain meets in the past. Again, we know O'Brien's going to play his hand. It's a tactical affair. He's got 3 decent horses in there. And we know exactly how that will play out. But I just think give this horse enough room, and the turn of foot is just too. I just see it being too good. I see Siskin being way too good. If finding that room, not getting any sort of hamper, and second it taps the turn, that horse will lead them behind, I believe.
Just a question, Sean.
Go on, Jamie.
I'm just saying, just a question, Sean. Who do you think would be the danger for Siskin? I think Vatican City. Do you reckon? Or...
I think I think Kamiko. Depending on getting that form back. Again, I think you can take the last race out of the equation, really, in that respect, for a lot of them. In the Derby, I don't really think that was highlighted anybody's talents, so to speak. But again, can you discredit any of the O'Briens? Of course not. You never can you, in that sort of field. He'll play it tactically. He'll play it well. I believe Mark touched upon, is it Muthar for Crowley?
That's been spoken a lot.
That's over the last couple of days. Coming in, very talented horse, and again, the turn of foot there could be the danger. But I just think if you give Siskin enough room and the breaks there for an informed trainer and jockey combo, which are just having a great time, I see that. I see that horse just getting the break and turning the taps and winning going away. Actually, I think personally.
Yeah.
Set
I
myself up
watched
for
the run at
there.
Curragh. That was impressive, wasn't it? So
yeah. But so win o'clock in the 2:15 and Siskin in the 3:15 for me.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. A couple of selections each. We can't really go without mentioning Stradivarius a little bit more. Mark, you're the biggest champion here of us all. Go on. Do you want to give us a little round up, and then we'll quickly have a little word from the other lads?
Yeah, I think this is the only best way that I can do it about Stradivarius. 4 Goodwood Cups, 3 Ascot Gold Cups, 2 Yorkshire Cups, 2 Lonsdale Cups, 1 Queen's Vase, 1 Doncaster Cup, 1 Long Distance Cup, and nearly £2.9 million in race earnings from just 22 runs.
Yeah, you can't argue that, can you?
It's absolutely magical. And I'm not talking about Aidan O'Brien's horse either. I'm actually talking about... it's just one question, actually, but I wanted to actually refer to Stradivarius, and it's also related to Enable as well. It goes to use free, it goes to use free, and it goes to everybody who's probably going to criticise me for what I'm about to say now. If Enable goes for the Juddmonte to take on Gaieth, or goes to the Yorkshire Oaks to take on Love, and wins, which I know that she will, where does either one of those horses go next? They're both 6 years old, and they're at that peak of their career now. What would you do as an owner or as a trainer, knowing what they have riding on both of their horses, knowing that...
Well, surely as an owner, because obviously 2 separate owners.
Yes.
So surely the worry is going to be on Gosden as if they both decide to go for the Arc.
And it has been mentioned that John Gosden did mention that today. I didn't see the interview, but I did see a little clip on Twitter with a little bit with ITV Racing that Stradivarius might be going to the Arc, and that'll be interesting.
Well, I'd love to see that.
That's the fear, isn't it? I mean, for the owners, it's a no-brainer. You send them both because you don't. It makes no difference. You know, Enable can win. You know, Enable's got the distance, the turn of foot. If you're in the Stradivarius camp, you know, dropping back a bit from the 2 mile, he proved that turn of foot, once finding that gap a furlong half out today, is electrifying when he wants to go. So for an owner's point of view, it's a no-brainer. From a trainer, if I was Gosden, I'd be panicking if they decide to send both. And if I was Dettori, I'd be even more nervous right about now and deciding who to sit on. Well, so, to be honest with you, I think the main fear sits with Dettori. If anybody, I think the owners have got their minds made up.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the biggest question.
Yeah, I think Dettori will ride Enable, definitely.
Enable. Yeah, too much love there for that horse.
Yeah, I think Dettori will run. Who would ride Stradivarius? I would say I would like to see Atzini, or a French jockey. Don't know. Yeah. You never know.
Be interesting to see. Just want to also, just while we're going over today, I just want to touch on Space Blues as well. I thought that was a fantastic turn of foot as well from that horse. And that's got a fantastic bloodline as well. But like we were saying, we were chatting last night about it, all that horse needed was a bit of room. And he found that room and again turned on the tap like we discussed other horses can do. He won that well in what was a tough race with, like we were mentioning, the likes of Safe Voyage and people like that in that race that could have proved difficulty. That younger horse showed a lot of class.
He came well from the back, didn't he, Sean? He came well from the back. He held on to him
just right. Yeah, he held on to him just right, sat at the back, and then just drifted in the middle of the track. And the second he saw that gap, there was only one winner. There was only one winner. But we go again tomorrow, don't we? We go again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right, well, as I say, there you have it. Our selections for tomorrow. As I say, young Jamie's very own Oleg running tomorrow, so keep an eye out for him. I'm sure he'll do well for you, Jamie. I'm sure he'll do you proud.
Oh, yeah.
Quick mention, obviously, there for Stradivarius and, you know, how well Frankie did today. So, let's hope we have another cracking day tomorrow, boys.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
See you later, guys.